Ashton, what went right for you guys tonight? Where did you win it, do you think?
Any night where you walk away with 4 points is a good night. I thought our batting was brilliant. I think that the pass score out there was probably more like 160, and to be able to get 180, I thought we played as well as we have with the bat throughout the whole tournament. The load was spread amongst all of our batters. Everyone played nicely, and a lot of the time they're the most satisfying nights when we have a lot of contributors. I thought the ball and in the field were actually a little bit sloppy tonight. It's easy to point fingers at things, but we played last night. It's the first time we've had a one-night turnaround. We were a little bit off with the ball, a little bit off in the field. That's okay on the odd occasion. We like to think going into the next game in Adelaide that our standards will improve.
Your own fielding was all right. How was that one off Maxwell?
Yep, that was more survival than anything. That was going to take all my teeth out if I didn't catch it. So, Glenn's a massive wicket. It's probably as big a wicket as there is in the tournament. So to get him cheaply goes a long way towards winning.
Have you had any clarity at all about the possibility of a home final that you're able to qualify?
Got no clarity about anything at the moment. We haven't had much clarity throughout the whole tournament. Everything's up in the air. When you're going into this season, before we ever started playing state cricket, that things are allowed to change last minute. We know that as players, we're really fortunate to be playing any cricket at the moment, and I think every player in the country knows that they have to make some sacrifices for this tournament to go ahead. We're certainly in that basket. It's great to be playing in front of crowds at all. Ideally, we'd love to be playing in Perth in front of a home crowd if we earn the right, but we like to think that our game's adaptable, and we're now winning games on the East Coast as well, and we like to think that we'll be able to play good cricket anyway.
Would you be, just on that though, if it was to happen, you'd probably be able to have more fans than any other club in the country given the COVID situation in Perth. And I don't think you lost a game there, anything like that. How big an advantage would that be if it was to play that game?
Yeah, we love playing in Perth. We won 4 from 4 in our week of home games earlier in the tournament. We've got a lot of confidence there. I think we're allowed 30,000 stands at what I think is the best ground in Australia at the moment. We love playing there. I think it suits our batting lineup, it suits our bowlers, the pace and bounce of the Perth Stadium. That being said, I'm really pleased with how well we've adapted to the East Coast in the last run of games since we played at home. But any opportunity, we'd be really thankful and fortunate to be able to play in Perth.
Just one more on that. Would you like, if it's possible with borders, and you're in a bubble and that helps, but if possible, would you like the competition to do their best to give home ground advantage to whoever it might be, or is neutral venues just happen?
Absolutely. I think in every edition of the Big Bash, bar when the World Cup was on, we played a final against the Sixers at Manuka Oval. I think every other edition of the Big Bash, all of the home teams, the teams that have earned the right to have home finals, have been allowed home finals. We know that this year there are extenuating circumstances, and we understand that, but I think if there's no big obstacles, we'd love to be playing in Perth, and there's still a game to go. We still don't know where we're going to finish on the table, but should the opportunity arise for us to earn the right to host, we'd love to be in Perth.
And if not Perth, would you, a bit like in the AFL where the Eagles, for instance, well, some teams are able to choose secondary home grounds, not the Eagles in that case, but would you like to choose your own home ground away from Perth?
Yeah, we'll worry about that when it comes to it. At the moment, there's so many states that the borders are still closed to Western Australia. So if we're going to go home eventually, there's some states we prefer to be in more so than others. But it's not my job to make the decisions. We'd love to play in Perth as much as possible, but at the end of the day, my job's to bat and bowl and win games of cricket, and we'll worry about that until later in the tournament.
How important is the top 2 finish and the double chance?
Yeah, it's like gold. Playing 2 nights in a row at the moment, I'm sure that we'll have some tired boys tonight and tomorrow, and we'll take a few days to recover. We'll travel to Adelaide tomorrow, but to be able to, this deep in the tournament, to be able to get a couple of extra days rest, I think will be really important. We've played so much cricket now over the last couple of weeks, and I was proud that the guys were able to get up tonight and play well and get 4 points. But that being said, we know how important recovery is as well, and a few extra days rest will be like gold.
How's Mitch Marsh going fitness-wise after coming back for these 2?
saw him smack one over cover, first or second ball, so he seems to be going pretty well to me.
Bowling wise, can he bowl soon? Or?
Nah, I think he won't be bowling again in this tournament. I think sides can take some time. I'll be guessing if I put a number on it, but we're not expecting him to be back bowling.
Do you have any idea if and when Ash will be back for you?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Ash's calf injury was a little bit worse than we first anticipated. We thought at the start of the tournament that he'd be back potentially midway through the tournament. That wasn't the case. He needs a bit more time out of the game. He's also got a broken finger, so I don't think he's been in the nets yet. He hasn't picked up a bat, so we know that there's one thing being fit to play and being physically okay, but you've also got to be fit to perform. And I know Ash wants to spend some time in the nets before he comes back to professional cricket, and that's okay. I think at the moment we've got the luxury that we've got 11 guys playing really well who can cover. We haven't needed Ash for the tournament so far, but any time in domestic cricket you get guys who are international cricketers coming back in, it's a bonus, but we won't hold our breath.
What's behind your resurgence? You were winless after 4 games, and now you've won 8 and 9. What's behind that?
Good question. We're playing better cricket now, but the message after 4 games, it's pretty easy to hang your head and start to feel sorry for yourself, but the message from myself and from the coaching staff was pretty clear that we felt confident that we were one of the better teams in this competition, and we knew it was a long tournament. We knew we had 10 games to go, and time was of the essence at that stage, being none from 4. But I think the English guys came and joined us, and since that point, we've hardly changed our 11, and to be able to have consistency like that in the playing 11, I think that's really important. We've been really fortunate. It's probably been the least amount of changes to a playing 11 that I've been a part of in the Big Bash, and it's rare. Normally we have guys coming in and out of international duties. Normally we've got more injuries than we've sustained at the moment, so we're really fortunate that we've got the same 11 guys more or less playing every week, and we know that T20 cricket, there can be so much momentum involved, and when you're losing, it can seem really hard. You feel like the 50-50 calls don't go your way. When you start winning, it feels like the 50-50 calls go your way, and we're certainly playing with a lot of confidence. I feel like we've got batters in form, we've got bowlers in form, and that goes a long way towards winning games of cricket.